April is here, the snow is slowly but surely disappearing, and just like the weather, the real estate market is starting to heat up across Edmonton and the tri-municipal area. If you've been thinking about making a move this year, now is the time to start paying attention. It's no surprise we're seeing a surge in activity month over month as we move into the spring market. What's really interesting is some of the underlying trends that are starting to shape what this year could really look like. Compared to this time last year, we're seeing more homes available on the market and a slight pullback in overall sales. What this means is sellers may need to be more strategic than we've seen in recent years. Pricing right and standing out is going to be key, especially those looking for a quicker sale. Let's take a closer look at what happened in the greater Edmonton area in March. We saw just over 2,000 homes sold, which is a strong 33% increase from February, showing that typical spring momentum. However, that's still down about 14% compared to last March. New listings also jumped significantly, up over 30% month over month, with nearly 3,800 homes hitting the market. That's also a slight increase compared to last year, giving buyers more options than they've had in quite some time. Inventory followed that trend, climbing nearly 14% from February and sitting over 30% higher than this time last year, again pointing to a more balanced, possibly shifting market. On the pricing side, the average sale price rose to just over $470,000, up 3.4% from last month and slightly higher than last year. Meanwhile, the benchmark price came in at $426,000, up month to month, but down just under 3% year over year. Now let's take a look at what's happening closer to home in the tri-municipal area. With our slow-going exit out of winter, activity overall year to date is solid, but taking its time getting real busy in comparison to the last 3 to 5 years. The marketplace remains strong as we surge into a, hopefully, springtime season. So let's break down what's happening in Spruce Grove, Stony Plain, and Parkland County. For single-family homes in Spruce Grove, April started out with just over 200 active listings with a median list price of $510,000. And compared to the 62 sales recorded in February, we saw a significant increase in March with 91 sold with a median sale price of $457,000. At 27, the number of active condo listings in Spruce Grove at the start of April rose again month to month with a higher median list price of $315,000. Sales were slightly up with 10 reported at a median sale price of almost $294,000. When we take a look at single-family homes in Stony Plain, April started out with a comparable 61 active listings with a median list price of just under $500,000. Month over month, March sales were higher with 30 reported with a median sale price of $481,000. The 17 active condo listings in Stony Plain were comparable with the previous month, but with a lower median list price of $173,000. Sales activity matched February with 8 sales reported. However, the median sale price was higher at $302,000. Heading over to Parkland County, sales continued to remain consistent from the previous month. Listings were up in the country residential sector with a comparable median list price of just under $1,053,000 for the 74 active listings at the beginning of April. Sales also increased. Compared to the 10 reported in February, March saw 28 sales with a median sale price of $719,000. For vacant land in Parkland County, we kicked off April with 83 active listings, up from the previous month. However, the median list price again remained pretty consistent at $320,000. The number of sales in this sector rose slightly month over month, with 8 reported with a higher median sale price of almost $331,000. Overall, we're heading into a spring market with more opportunity and more choice, but also a need for the right strategy, whether you're buying or selling. If you're curious about what these numbers mean for your specific situation, or you're thinking about making a move this year, I'd love to chat. Feel free to reach out anytime. And as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you in next month's update.